Welcome to Johnny's World.
Hi, welcome back to Johnny's World. It's September 12th at 7:30 a.m. in the morning, and I'm going to be hand pollinating this wonderful looking dragon fruit. Now, this is it's my American Beauty. It's my first American Beauty flower, so I'm actually very excited. And just collecting some pollen here. Now, this video I'm going to be showing several weeks of hand pollinating different varieties of dragon fruit, and also stay tuned to the very end because we're going to do a wonderful taste test in the end of one variety and another taste test in the middle of this video. So watch this video all throughout for those wonderful two taste tests. But this is the American Beauty, and I am hand pollinating, and sorry I don't have anyone doing the video for me, so I'm doing everything by myself. So I collected some pollen, as you can see, and I heard the American Beauty is supposed to be a really great variety of dragon fruit, and very, very tasty as well. So we'll see. I got my fingers crossed. Hopefully this will turn into fruit. It's a beautiful flower. So I'm going to put a little bit more of this pollen to the stigma there. So and hopefully that will do the trick. Now I have some other dragon fruits that's fruiting. This is my white flesh dragon fruit, and I have 3 nice size dragon fruit growing. So we'll be doing a taste test of this dragon fruit at the end of the video, so stay tuned to the very end. Here's the red flesh dragon fruit that I hand pollinated a while ago. And here's a red flesh dragon fruit I'll be doing a taste test somewhere in the middle of this video. So yeah, please watch this video straight through. And there's another flower bud on this red flesh dragon fruit. A few flower buds actually. So I'll be doing, yeah, there's quite a few flower buds that I'll have to be doing some hand pollination in the next few weeks. So this is kind of a time capsule of the next few weeks. So it's several weeks of video. So here is the wonderful looking American Beauty I just hand pollinated. There's another flower bud on this. Here's my Soul Kitchen, and this is a white flesh dragon fruit. I'm going to be hand pollinating that in the future. But look at that American Beauty. That's so beautiful. Hopefully it'll turn to fruit. Now it's still September 12, 2022, but it's later at night. It's 10 p.m. And look at this. My red flesh dragon fruit flower opened along. And here's the American Beauty that I hand pollinated this morning. And look at this, the Soul Kitchen, the white flesh dragon fruit Soul Kitchen. It flowered today too. So I'm going to be cross-pollinating both the Soul Kitchen and the red flesh dragon fruit pollens together. And it's supposed to make the fruit even bigger. So I'm going to be pollinating both these flowers, the red flesh dragon fruit and the Soul Kitchen, and I'm gonna be combining both pollens and combining the pollens together, and then hopefully these will turn to fruit and just become bigger fruit size. Yeah, there's a lot of nice pollen falling. Yeah, supposedly if you combine different varieties of dragon fruit pollen and you combine it, yeah, there's a greater chance that it will turn into fruit. And I also read that the fruit size tend to be larger as well. So that's from the red flesh dragon fruit. Now let's mix that up with the Soul Kitchen, which is a white flesh dragon fruit. There's a lot of nice pollens dropping. This is really exciting, combining different varieties of pollen together. There's a lot of nice pollen on this Soul Kitchen. Yeah, so I got the Soul Kitchen and the red flesh dragon fruit pollen all mixed in there. So I'm gonna combine it and just hand pollinate the stigma, and hopefully the Soul Kitchen will fruit, and not only fruit, but will become an even bigger fruit than if I just pollinated it with its own pollen. So we'll see. Collect some more pollen if I can. And whatever excess pollen I have, I'm actually going to be saving it and freezing it up. Now let's go to the red flesh dragon fruit. Let's pollinate this with both pollens as well. But before I do that, I'm going to try to collect a little bit more pollen. Now, so far the red flesh dragon fruit, the fruit size has been very small. So one of the reasons I'm doing this is I'm hoping by combining the pollens, this fruit size will be bigger than the fruits that I've been getting off this red flesh dragon fruit, which have been very small. I want to make sure this fruits, so I'm actually putting a lot of pollen on the stigma there. But I'm very curious to see if this fruit size can be bigger. Now it's the next day, September 13th, and it's at 10 p.m. and another dragon fruit, this is the American Beauty, actually opened up. So I'm actually gonna take some pollen off this American Beauty, and I'm gonna hand pollinate it with its own pollen. I was going to use some of the excess pollen mix I had of the white flesh, the Soul Kitchen and the red flesh dragon fruit, but it's in the freezer, and I didn't want to wait for it to thaw out, so I'm just going to hand pollinate this American Beauty with its own pollen. And whatever excess pollen I have from this American Beauty, after hand pollinating, I'm actually gonna mix it up with the other two varieties and put it in the freezer and save it up for later when I need pollen. So that pollen jar that I put in the freezer is gonna have 3 different varieties of pollen. Hopefully that will make the future dragon fruits bigger and better tasting. Yeah, there's a lot of pollen coming off of this American Beauty. Beautiful flower, by the way. Look at that. So this time I'm only going to use its own pollen. I was thinking about maybe taking it out of the freezer, but I thought of it too late, and I didn't want to wait for it to thaw out. So I'm actually gonna use the American Beauty's pollen, and hopefully this fruits. We'll see. Yeah, this is getting exhausting. These flowers, I'm having so many flower buds opening up almost every night. So, and a lot of times if I snooze, I lose. It already opened up, and you know it's only open for one night. So if you snooze, you lose, and you know you have to come out really early in the morning to try to hand pollinate in the morning. But most of the time, you should do it at night. So a lot of times I misjudge these flowers opening up, and I think I have an extra day or so, and I come out and the flower's already closed up. So yeah, I mean with dragon fruit, you increase your chances, of course, by hand pollinating. And in California, these open up at night, and there's no bees at night, so you increase the chances by hand pollinating. And some of them are, there's different varieties, like different types of dragon fruit. Of course, different varieties with different types. Some are self-fertile, meaning you need other dragon fruit variety pollens to pollinate it, and some are self-pollinating, and you know you could use its own pollen, but you know the stigma and the pollen is close together. And some you could use its own pollen, but you have to hand pollinate. So there's different types of dragon fruits, but most of the time it makes sense to hand pollinate to increase your chances, just because they tend to open up at night and there's no bee activity really at night. So that's why I'm up tonight hand pollinating. I've been up several times doing this, and yeah, it's exciting, it's fun, and but now that I'm getting a lot of these type of flowers opening up, I just have to be very disciplined and check every day. Now it's September 18, 10:20 in the morning, and look, it's already kind of closed up. I should have came out earlier, or I should have came last night, but I just missed it. Now here's the red flesh dragon fruit. As you can see, it's very small, and I'm gonna take it out today. I'm gonna harvest it, but as you can see, it's very small. So the other one, a few nights ago, that I hand pollinated the red flesh dragon fruit with the Soul Kitchen. Hopefully that will be much bigger than this. But this one I just used its own pollen, and I've noticed that this variety, the fruit tends to be very small, but it's sweet. And I'm going to be taste testing this video, so please stay tuned. Look at that. Small, but I bet you it's going to be very sweet. So let's cut this up. Let's give it a little taste test and see how this red flesh dragon fruit tastes. Now, as you can see, it's very small. It's a very small dragon fruit. But look at that. That is beautiful in the inside, isn't it? That's a really nice looking dragon fruit. Now let's give it a try. Very small. Very small, but very tasty. Very tasty. It's sweet. It's delicious. For a small fruit, it has a lot of taste to it, and very sweet. I just wish it was a little bit bigger, just because then we'd have more fruit, but it's delicious nonetheless. Yeah, that's pretty tasty. It's pretty sweet. This little thing packs a big punch. Now it's October 1st, 2022. It's 2:30 p.m. on this beautiful Saturday. Now I'm going to be picking a white flesh dragon fruit. And look at these size. I have 3 of them, and look at how beautiful they are. They're nice and big. And Audie is gonna be picking it. Actually, Audie, let me take care of it. I think it's a little bit difficult, so let me see if I can do it. As you can see, it's pretty wiggly, and I'm gonna be snapping it, cutting it off. And this is the white flesh dragon fruit. Yeah, so I'm really excited about this variety. And it's probably the most beautiful dragon fruit that we've grown. It's the biggest, and it's just beautiful. Look at that. We just harvested this white flesh dragon fruit, and we're gonna cut into it, and Audie and I are gonna do a taste test. Audie, do you wanna? So it may be a little bit difficult to cut. Let's see. Wow, look how beautiful that is. You want to hold that one? Well, look how beautiful that is. Wow. And this is a pretty decent size. So, you want to taste test it? How is it?
It's good.
How's it compared to the other varieties that we taste tested in the past?
I like this. I like this.
You like this one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Okay. Do that. Alright. That is good. Delicious. It's not as sweet, but it's very tasty. That is delicious. Yeah, that's really good. I think out of the ones we tasted, this is probably my favorite so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Great. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. If you like this video, if you like this channel, please press the like and subscribe. Thank you, everyone. See ya.